Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. In today's video, I have May Pahlish pickup swatches to share with you all.
Show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet.
Now, if you haven't heard of what Pahlish Pickup is, it's a monthly collab between indie makers. They come together every single month and they create limited edition items. And I know we all know it for, or the majority of us know it for the polishes, but there's also a lot of other things that get made, created for Pahlish Pickup. You have hand care, cuticle care, apparel, trinkets, all sorts of things like that. Now, Pahlish Pickup is a pre-order, so they always open the first Friday of every month and they close that following Monday. Some of the items are capped, meaning that there's only a certain amount that are created, and once they sell out, that is it. You can't get your hands on them anymore. But sometimes you may get lucky and makers may be able to increase their cap or add additional products. A good way to keep track is through their Facebook page. It's called Pahlish Pickup Pack, and I'll leave that down below. You can also stalk their Instagram pages, their social media pages. I've done that in the past as well when I really wanted a polish and it sold out. There's so many different outlets, but the Facebook group is definitely the most up-to-date way to get it. Now, Pahlish Pickup, those items are created based on a theme. It's a common theme. So for this month, it's Tropical Forest. Now, I have a lot to share. I feel like as the months have gone by, these videos can get to like 30-40 minutes, but it's because there's a lot. So let's get into the swatches. First up, we have Cadillacquer, and this one is Pouch Potato, priced at $14.50, and there's 630 available. This one's inspired by tree kangaroos. It's a dusty grayish blue curly base, packed with bigger particle shimmer, shifting from a deeper pinkish red to orange to yellow to green in extreme angles. And I'm not done. It has matte white glitters in various sizes. So we have a lot going on here, but everything flows very smoothly. I did 3 coats, so I'm going to recommend 3 coats for long and short nails. Now look at these shifts. We can see the green, we can see the yellow, we see a little bit of that pink red as described. The matte white glitters, they don't lose their pigment, their color. I know sometimes with white glitters and darker colors, or actually in any sort of base, they can sort of get stained by your polish, but these white glitters definitely stand out. I love the contrasting effect that we get with them. This one is super pretty, super sparkly, and I would wear this one even now as we're approaching spring. Actually, we're in spring, but as we're approaching summer. Pictured are 3 coats of Cadillacquer Pouch Potato with a glossy top coat. Next up is Cracked Polish, and this one is Pink Underwing, priced at $13, and there's a cap of 1,000 bottles. It is inspired by the Pink Underwing moth. This one is described as a gray-brown base that has holographic pink glitters, pink shimmer, and vivid pink flakies. This one went on super smoothly. It's definitely on the jelly crelly formulation, but we can see all of the beautiful components sandwiched in within each layer. So we see a lot of the glitters, we see the flakies in here as well. The holographic pink glitters give us some more sparkle. I decided to do 3 coats with this one. I'm going to recommend 3 coats for everybody if you want a more deeper base, and that, like, if on that 3rd coat, that's when we started seeing more of that gray brown base. I feel like we definitely see some pink in there, but it's probably because we have so many pink components scattered throughout the nail and in this nail polish. This one is going to be lovely for springtime. Actually, I feel like this is an all year round polish because we have this like grayish pink base, then we have a lot of fun holographic glitters and the pink glitters, and it's just so sparkly. So to me, this is an all year round polish. Pictured are 3 coats of Cracked Polish, Pink Underwing with a glossy top coat. Here we have Garden Path Lacquers, and this one is called the Birds Sing Words, priced at $13.50, and there is no cap. It's inspired by a retro enchanted Tiki room poster. It is a very pigmented neon green base, brightened with just a little bit of neon yellow pigment, and it has aqua shifting aurora shimmer. Now, if this doesn't scream summertime and just chilling by the pool, then I don't know what is. This one had such a beautiful formula. You can see that it just went on so smoothly. I did do 3 coats for this polish, and I felt on the 3rd coat, that's when we started seeing more of that green base. On the 2nd coat, it was leaning just a little more on the yellow side. I mean, it does have a touch of neon pigment in there, so that could be why as well. But that blue, that aqua bluish shifting Aurora shimmer that's scattered throughout here is so pretty. It's like a mysterious glowy shadow in this polish. And this one is bright. This one's super bright, but I feel like with that Aurora shimmer is sort of, it doesn't mute it. It doesn't mute it at all, but it just adds this really subtle calming effect to the polish, and it's very interesting. But absolutely adored this one. Cannot wait to wear this in the summertime. Pictured are 3 coats of Garden Path Lacquers, the Birds Sing Words, with a glossy top coat. Here we have Great Lakes Lacquer, and this is your Orchid Tariffs Are Killing Me, priced at $14, and there is no cap. This one is described as a ghostly, almost non-existent gray that's filled with purple to red to orange shifty, glowy shimmer. Great Lakes Lacquer does it again with the glowy pigment, guys. My camera does not know where to focus because that glowy shimmer is just stunning. Now we see a lot of the purple looking dead on for the glowy shimmer. For the actual coats of the polish, I ended up doing 3. I felt like 3 just sort of wrapped everything up together and gave me more of a really full opaque look. You can do 2 coats with this one, but I thought 3 coats really just tied everything in all together. Now on the full hand swatch, that's when we start seeing some of the orange shifting shimmer, but predominantly we're seeing a lot of that purple. We get a dash of red. It just has like this red undertone with the purple glowy shimmer, and then our gray backdrop is so pretty, but in the forefront, the star of this polish is definitely the glowy shimmer. Pictured are 3 coats of Great Lakes Lacquer, your Orchid Tariffs Are Killing Me, with a glossy top coat. Here we have Jen and Berries, and this is Booty Call, priced at $13.75, and there's a cap of 445. This one's inspired by an adult male mandrill who has a colorful rear end to help others follow them throughout the forest. And, of course, it impresses the lady ones. But this one is described as a sheer pale periwinkle base with glowy blue-purple shimmer, scattered tiny pink gold flakies, and loads of holographic flakies. Now, this is definitely my type of polish, guys. You know, I love my hollow flakies, and it's jam-packed in here. Now, the base color is super pretty. It's super glowy. We get beautiful shifts to that blue/purple shimmer. I did do 3 coats with this polish, and I think 3 coats will look fantastic on everybody. I love the backdrop, the base color for this polish. It's this really bright periwinkle blue. I feel like it's leaning more on the, maybe on the baby blue side, but just a dash of something else. And maybe it's all of the glowy shimmer that's in here because we have a blue and purple shimmer. But I still love this polish. I think it's so stunning, and it's going to be beautiful for summertime. Pictured are 3 coats of Jen and Berries Booty Call with a glossy top coat. Here we have Polish, and this is Drop It Like It's Hot, priced at $14, and there is no cap, and it's described as a neon clover green packed with glowing red copper green shifting shimmer, and it's inspired by tropical plants. So on the first coat, we go in a bit sheer, but don't let that fool you because Polish always works up this concoction with their polishes, and as soon as you start building it up, that's where the magic is seen. I did 2 coats for this polish. I'm going to say 2 to 3 for everybody. Maybe longer nails, you may want to do a 3rd coat, but I was happy with 2 on my shorter nails. The intensity of the shimmer is so stunning. We get a lot of green, we get a lot of copper. I see just a tad bit of red. You guys can see that in the center, but I feel like it leans a little more on the pink side. This definitely reminds me of tropical plants. We have another beautiful polish for the summertime. Pictured are 2 coats of polish, Drop It Like It's Hot with a glossy top coat. Here we have Polished for Days, and this is Don't You Know That You're Toxic, priced at $13.50, and there's no cap. It's inspired by poisonous frogs. This one has a purple undertone chocolatey brown base with green blue shifting iridescent shimmer. On that first coat, we get amazing coverage. On the second coat, we get full opacity, and we also get a beautiful view of that green-blue shifting iridescent shimmer. This is like chocolatey heaven for me. I love browns. I love chocolate in general, but browns, I just absolutely love them. This one definitely had that purple undertone. You can see the purple hues peeking on through. And I love how we still get the glimpse of our base color, but we get a lot of concentration in the center with all of that shifty shimmer. This one I feel like would be nice when it's like a rainy day, or maybe like, you know, more of a colder summer day. It is just stunning. If I know a lot of people aren't big fans of brown polish, but if you are, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. Pictured are 2 coats of polished for days. Don't you know that you're toxic with a glossy top coat? Next up, we have Penelope Loose, and this is Arara Azul, priced at $13.50, and there's a cap of 1,000. And this is inspired by like birds of the Brazilian tropical forest. It is a purple blue magnetic with purple gray in the background. So we get a nice wash of like this grayish purple tint. And then our super strong magnetic strip is definitely leaning towards the blurple side. I feel like I see a lot more blue in it, but I think that's just the eye of the beholder. Whatever you guys see, I see a lot of blue for my magnetic strip. I built this one up in 3 coats, and I think 3 coats will work lovely for everybody. If this wasn't a magnetic polish, I think 2 coats would be fine. I know most of you already know with magnetic polishes we get a lot of the pigment pulled into the center, and sometimes we lose some of our base color. But 3 coats was so beautiful. Again, another mysterious background, and then we have a super bright, fun, sparkly middle with the magnetic strip. Pictured are 3 coats of Penelope Loose Arara Azul with a glossy top coat. Here we have Sassy Sauce Polish, and this is Hot Anthurium. This one's priced at $13.50, and there's a cap of 500. It is a bright red with pink copper gold shift, and the inspiration, I don't think I mentioned the inspiration, is a photo of a tropical forest, particularly the Anthurium flower. This one is super bright and super fun. I love how we have that dainty, the dainty shimmers running all throughout. I built this one up in 2 coats, and I thought it was glorious. Now, this polish, oh my god, I just love reds. I feel like this has a dash of pink in the polish, or it could just be my skin tone. It's definitely leaning on the warmer side. I typically don't like warmer red polishes, but this one is like chili peppers on the nail, and I'm so for it. And it gives a lot of, the shimmer in here gives some depth and dimension to this polish, so it doesn't just look like a flat cream. Well, creams don't always look flat, but you guys know what I mean, right? That shimmer just sort of just adds that extra twinkle in here, and then it gives us those slight shifts. So we see some of the pink and some of the copper and a little bit of the gold as well. But this one is so beautiful, and I wouldn't be surprised if it sells out because it's just stunning and perfect for summer. Pictured are 2 coats of Sassy Sauce Polish Hot Anthurium with a glossy top coat. Here we have BCB Lacquers May the Forest Be With You, priced at $13.75, and there's a cap of 400. This one's inspired by the poison dart frog. It is a bright teal crelly with a strong green, blue, purple shimmer and black flakies. I went in for 2 coats with this polish, and I thought it worked perfectly on my shorter nails. I think 2 coats should be fine for everybody else as well. If you do a 3rd coat, I think it's just going to deepen up your base a little bit more and give you more of a deeper teal color. But I love the flakies in this polish. They give me that speckled egg look, and then we have the glowiness going on. We have a lot of glowy polishes this month, and it gives you a really soft, like ethereal sort of glow from within look, and then you place those black flakies on there, and it just adds a little more edge to this polish. The purple shift that we're seeing here is so pretty. I love it, how it looks against the teal base. Pictured are 2 coats of BCB Lacquers May the Forest Be With You with a glossy top coat. BCB Lacquers is also bringing us their Cuticle Oil Pen in Baja Blast, priced at $8.50, and there's 250 available. It's a 6 ml pen. It's a twist off and a click. They do not leak, which is a bonus, and I love that. And for the scents, we have lemon lime, fizzy, pop, coconut, grapefruit, and we also have a lot of amazing ingredients. One of that being jojoba oil, which is one of my favorite oils. But I love the BCB Lacquers, the Cuticle Oil Pens. One, because the scents are always spot on to what the inspiration is, and then they're so effective and they do their job. Cuticula is bringing us Peacock Plume, priced at $13.50, and there is no cap. This one's inspired by the bright feathers of peacocks. It is a bright cerulean blue jelly with pink, red, purple shifting shimmer, aqua blue shifting glass flakes, and metallic fuchsia flakies. So this one definitely had that beautiful jelly formulation. I love how with each swipe of the polish, with each layer, we're still able to see our beautiful components, and that is something we always see with Cuticula. But this blue jelly base is so vibrant, and then on top of that we get a lot of vibrant flakies. We have a lot of these same sort of color flakies as our base color, but we're still able to see them. So we see that aqua and that blue, we see pink and red and a little bit of that purple in there. This is such a fun polish. It's going to be beautiful for summertime, and I definitely see the inspiration in this polish, which I personally love. I know when I do these voiceovers, these swatch videos for you guys, I always like to at least try to let you know what the inspiration is. I know not everybody wants to hear it, but I personally love being able to know what the inspiration is and then try to see it in the polish. But love this one, so beautiful, and I think this one is going to be a popular one. Pictured are 3 coats of Cuticula Peacock Plume with a glossy top coat. Dom Polish is bringing us Harley Noticeable, priced at $13.50 and capped at $600, and it's inspired by the Harlequin Poison Frog, which is native to Western Colombia. It is a light blue crelly with assorted red glitters and a dusting of red-orange shimmer. This is such a fun crelly. I feel like I don't wear crellies enough, and they were my first indie love when it came to polishes, but the formula was fantastic with this one. I did build it up in 3 coats, but it was easy and smooth, and it went on perfectly. So my ring finger, for whatever reason, I didn't get a lot of glitters on that one. I don't know why, because my other fingers, as you guys can see, had like plenty of glitters distributed on the nail. So I'm not sure, that's definitely something with my polishing, but just keep in mind that you are going to be able to get a lot of glitters on your nail when you polish. What I love about this polish is that there's just that dusting of that red-orange shimmer, and it's very, very dainty, but it adds that extra twinkle to this polish and gives it a little extra something. Love the contrasting that we're getting. I'm big on that too. The red glitters, they're sandwiched between each layer, but we are still able to see the vibrancy of them. Pictured are 3 coats of Dom Polish Harley Noticeable with a glossy top coat. Here we have Glam Polish, and this is Shimmering Wings, priced at $14, and there's a cap of 250. There's a cap of 250. This one is described as a blurple jelly with green, purple Aurora shimmer and black flakies and galaxy glitter. And the inspiration is a hummingbird. This one, oh my goodness, beautiful formula. I know my nails were super short on this swatch, but I think 2 coats is going to be perfect for everyone. This one was stunning. It is super sparkly. The galaxy glitter is stealing my heart. That blurple jelly base is so good because you guys saw the opacity. That's what I love about jelly formulations, is that if we can build it up to opacity, it gives us this really, really super squishy look, and it just looks so glossy and just so smooth. And then the green and purple Aurora shimmer running all throughout the nail is very prominent, and everything's just working together so well, and I love it. Pictured are 2 coats of Glam Polish Shimmering Wings with a glossy top coat. Here we have Glisten Glow, and this is Bromeliad, priced at $13.50, and there is no cap. The inspiration, so Jill, the maker, visited the Everglades, and she fell in love with the really beautiful, colorful, large bromeliads, and especially the coral and orange variety, which is this inspo. But anyways, this one is described as a coral jelly polish with orange undertones loaded with color-shifting shimmer that shifts green, yellow, purple, and pink. This one had a really great formula for such a light color. You guys saw it build up to opacity in 2 coats, and we get all the wonderful shifts here. I feel like they're subtle, but not really. They're just shift so easily from one color to the next. So we see the yellow, we see the pink, we see a little bit of green at certain angles. Everything that this shifts so seamlessly. And then the orange undertones under here are definitely giving me like summer vacation vibes. But really enjoyed this one. Very pretty for spring and summer. Pictured are 2 coats of Glisten Glow Bromeliad with a glossy top coat. Glisten Glow is also bringing us a duo with their cuticle oil and their cuticle remover, priced at $12.50, and there's no cap. So the remover, the cuticle remover, is unscented, and I actually love this. I've been using it the past few weeks. It's just so easy and convenient. It is a twist, so you just twist, and the product comes out. The brush is nice and flexible, but it's still good enough and firm to be able to get your product where you need it. Super easy to travel with. You just throw it in your purse, throw it in your bag. And then the oil is scented in a tropical vacation, and you have scent of lychee and passion fruit, sweet pear nectar, crisp grapefruit. It smells delicious. I love these pens. They do not leak whatsoever. They're also the twist, so you just click, twist, and the product comes out. You can throw them in your pocket for work, in your bag. It's just easy, and the ingredients are amazing. You have vitamin E, you have jojoba oil, all of the good things that you want for your nails. Here we have Night Owl Lacquer, and this is Feels Like Falling, priced at $13, and there is no cap. This one is inspired by tropical waterfalls. This one actually glows in black light, which unfortunately I am not showing off in this video because I didn't realize it. But there are pictures up on the PPU website. It is a bright cyan filled with glowy shimmer that shifts green, aqua, blue, violet, and has holographic dust. I built this one up in 3 coats, and I feel like that gave me the most of our base color. Excuse the fuzzy, it's so annoying, but 3 coats, and it gave me this super bright, vibrant, glowy shade. It's such an interesting color. It's like minty, teal, like greenish, bluish. I mean, teal is green and blue, but you guys know what I mean. It is so pretty. And then that holographic dust. Sometimes when a description has like holographic dust in there, it's kind of hard to see it. But this one, you can see how it twinkles when it catches the light at certain angles. Like, if you're looking, you can see it. And I think from far away, if you're just rocking this on a daily, the sun, the indoor lighting is going to capture that holographic dust and just make it twinkle some more. But my favorite part of this polish is that base color. It is just so bright and fun and just so refreshing. Pictured are 3 coats of Night Owl Lacquer, Feels Like Falling, with a glossy top coat. Here we have Painted Polish, and this is Feeling Froggy, priced at $13, and there is no cap. And the inspiration is a tropical tiger frog. It is a vampy teal jelly polish with silver and crushed gold metallic flakies. I feel like Painted Polish, they always do these crushed gold metallic flakies so well. Now, we got amazing coverage, guys. I'm like, is this jelly or what? Because wow, it was glorious in 2 coats. I think 2 coats will be perfect for everyone. We can definitely see the bounciness from the jelly base, but there is so much of that silver crushed gold metallic flaky component in here that it just covers up everything, and it's so pretty. I feel like this is going to be beautiful for the winter time, for the summer on like a gloomy day, because those metallic flakies are going to sparkle even though it's a darker base, if you like wearing brighter colors in the summer, this one's going to be perfect for those gloomy days. Pictured are 2 coats of painted polish, Feelin Froggy with glossy top coats. Here we have Rogue Lacquer, and this is Hibiscus, priced at $13, and there is no cap. It's inspired by the purple hibiscus plant. This one is described as a strong blurple shimmer with a magenta to purple magnetic shift. So on that first coat, we go on a bit sheer, but this is a magnetic, so we get a lot of the pigment pulled towards the center, and we can already see that magenta pull, that magenta magnetic strip pulling on through. Second coat, we start seeing more of our base building up. It's definitely that beautiful, vibrant blurple. I kept it at 2 coats. Longer nails, you may want to do 3. Don't get mad at me. I'm going to paint my nails how I want to paint them, and if 2 coats looks beautiful and I think it's fine, I'm going to keep it at 2. But I will tell you if you need a 3rd coat or not, and I think if you have longer nails, you may benefit from a 3rd coat. But love the beautiful base. It has this really beautiful shimmer running throughout, and then the magnetic pull, the magenta color is so strong. I typically don't hold my magnet on for too long, because one, I don't really like that stark line, but even so, with me not holding it on for super long, it still gave me a crazy strip across the nail. So this one's going to be fun for all of you who love the extreme magnetic pull. Pictured are 2 coats of Rogue Lacquer, Hibiscus with the glossy top coats. Zombie Claw is bringing us I Like to Move It, priced at $13.75, and there's a cap of 300. This one is described as a nude base with black flakies, electric green blue shimmer, and a little bit of reflective glitter as well. I posted some pictures up on the Facebook group, and did I post on Instagram too? I can't remember. I know I posted on one of the social medias because this polish is so pretty. I built it up in 3 coats, and it gave me this lovely look on the nail. Now, longer nails, will you see some nail line? Maybe just a little bit, but there's a lot of shimmer in here, the flakies in here. I feel like the components are darker in color, and they'll do a good job at hiding any nail line you may have. Could this be used as a topper? I don't know, maybe. I mean, if you wanted to experiment, you probably could, because it is on the sheer end. But everything is just so sparkly, so glowy. The touch of reflective glitter in here adds that extra twinkle. And then that electric blue-green shimmer is just out of this world. I caught myself by surprise and I didn't think I was going to like this one even as I was polishing until I saw the end look, and I was just blown away. Pictured are 3 coats of Zombie Claw, I Like to Move It, with a glossy top coat. All right, guys, I do have favorites. There's 4, I know. I kept it nice and short and sweet. But first one being from Sassy Sauce Lacquer. Love this one. It is so bright. I'm loving the brighter polishes that we're seeing sprinkled in through a lot of these collabs. This one is definitely one of them. It just has this beautiful glow to it. It's bright and it's fun. It's not like, now it is bright, but I don't feel like it's like searing your eyes bright, but it is bright enough where it's like people will notice this on your nails. And then obviously that beautiful shimmer is just making it even more fiery and so lovely. Polished for days, and this one is Don't You Know That You're Toxic? You know I love brown shades, taupey shades. This one has a beautiful shifty shimmer. There's some green in there, some violet, some purple. I love how you get like a smoky backdrop with this one, and then with polishes in general, where you get like a smoky background, and then you have like a brighter component, like a shimmer or a glitter or something. I guess you can say contrast, but I just love the smokiness, and then I love the shimmer that is a completely different color. I think it just looks so nice. I have Cadillacquer, and this is a pouch potato. Look at this. I feel like Cadillacquer and glitter polishes, they just know. They're always perfect. They always do a great job at contrasting too. So you see we have like the lighter glitters against this like darker base, and then this beautiful shimmer. I'm like looking at it here, but I know it's hard for you guys to see it on the camera, but it's this really lovely like gold greenish aqua. It is so, so pretty. And then we have BCB Lacquers, and this is May the Forest Be With You. Of course, another bright one, and just the flakies in here. I love that speckled sort of look that we get with these darker flakies, and then again, another glow from within polish. All right, everybody, that is all that I have for you today. Let me know what you are planning on wish listing, what you're planning on picking up. I know I didn't mention it in the intro, but you can wish list these items. So the Sunday of the week that the shop opens, it opens for a wish listing. So you're able to add items to your wish list. So when shop opens on that Friday, on that first Friday, you can add everything to cart. You can add certain ones to cart just so that it's an easier process. So let me know what you are planning on wish listing, what you want to get, if there's something that I didn't swatch that you're thinking about, because I always like to know what you guys are thinking, because it gets my gears going and I'm like, I should go see that polish too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.